Y'all, it's pretty much my second video ever, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all two different things. If y'all wondering why my third video I'm in the same outfit, it's because I'm doing two videos in the same day. Knock these videos out for y'all. I'm gonna make them super informative. It's Cody with the Frenchies of Ig, and I'm finna show y'all exactly what I cook for my dogs to get them looking super healthy, super nice here in my home kitchen, my family. This is where we cook at. And the other video I'm gonna be showing y'all is how to do DNA tests about dogs, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about the DNA test. First video I'm gonna do will be the food, so let's get to it. So I got some sweet potatoes right here boiling on the stove. I put them on about 7. I'm gonna let them cook for maybe about an hour while I'm doing all this other stuff in the house. So I'm gonna mix this in with their food, and this is the bigger pot. I'm gonna show y'all the stuff that's finna go in here. So I'm gonna do about 3 sweet potatoes, right? And then also I'm gonna do some of these string beans. Let me throw this out, this trash. So I'm gonna do some of these string beans. I'm gonna also boil these string beans as well. You get what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna do sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is really good for their gut. This is some real good stuff, you know, for probiotics with their gut. You know, you wanna read the back of it, and you know, it's a trans fat, cholesterol 0%, sodium 180 milligrams. You know, dogs not supposed to have that much salt. So you just wanna watch it. You wanna get this watered down, you know, but this real good for dogs. All right, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all product by product basically. let me get y'all set up here. Product by product, this is what we got coming up first. You want to give them some chicken liver, y'all. You definitely want to give them liver because liver got so many nutrients in it. It's basically it's an organ meat. You also want to give liver water to puppies to help with puppy fading syndrome. I learned that from another very, very reputable breeder online. I also did some personal research into it myself. Everything that I'm mentioning, I have heard from someone, and I did my own research on it, and I can stand behind it. And I do know that it does make a difference with breeding, and it does make a difference. Some of this stuff is actually good for humans as well. Some stuff is toxic to them that they can't get, like Instinct's chocolate. But I'm gonna do that in another video. I'm gonna do a video of stuff that's toxic to dogs. For this video, I'm only primarily focused on things that I feed my dog, what I put in their food. So let's get it. Outside of the liver, you know, I give them string beans. You can get a whole bunch of these pretty cheap. I got a big old bag of them right here. As y'all can see, I picked them up from my local Kroger's. This bag was actually $10, but I'm actually Ziploc, and I'm a vacuum seal majority of these. If you go use some of this stuff to, at a later time, you want to vacuum seal, I'm a vacuum seal majority of these, and I'm gonna pop them open when I'm ready to use them, okay? So we got these two products out the way. The liver, chicken liver, and then the string beans. So next, I want to do sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is extremely good for their gut motility. This is got a lot of probiotics in it, which is really good for their gut. So sauerkraut is good. It's a secret sauce. Not a lot of people know about this, and I learned it from somebody that was in Columbus. I don't remember his name, but I do remember that he mentioned sauerkraut, and I did my personal research. And I looked into it, and yes, sauerkraut is amazing and it's phenomenal to add this to your dog's diet. If you don't get this, you're missing out. I got about 4 of them, but I'm gonna freeze some and they're not vacuum sealed, but they sealed to where I can freeze them and let them thaw out. The shelf life on that, you probably can get about 6 months out of it, the same way that you can do calf liver when you freeze it or unfreeze it to get the liver water out of it. But I don't know if you can get 6 months out of these. I'm going to look into it. If that's something that y'all extremely worried about, then let me know in the comments, and I'm going to make sure I do some research, and I'm going to look into that as well. But I got 4 of them because I'm freezing 3, but I'm freezing 2 of them. I'm pretty sure my dogs I have to thaw them out pretty quick. I got some dogs, they eat. I got 2 here in my home. And then something else you want to get, omegas. This is for omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids. That is sardines. This is really good brain food for them. Brain food, fish is also good brain food for humans. So a lot of the stuff that I'm mentioning that I got for my dogs for particular purposes, it is primarily on the reasons to help their health. And people got a lot of negative things to say about Frenchies and Frenchie breeders out there. I just spoke to a woman earlier this week who mentioned, don't those things, she called them things, but I'm going to give her a pass because I had to just inform her. She said, I have a lot of medical problems, and I had to let her know, as a breeder, it is our duty, it is our right to health test and DNA test our dogs before we breed them to another dogs, in case if 2 dogs got a really bad gene and they have a baby together, that majority of the litter will have that bad gene. And I think humans should do it too, in case they have a baby that's got the missing chromosome, but they don't. We don't medically test what kind of bad genes our spouse, wife, girlfriend, baby mama, whoever might have before we have a baby with them. And if we did, then we could avoid a lot of medical problems. People being born with medical problems, okay? But you definitely want to get some sardines. You want to add this to your dog's diet for sure. Last but not least, it is ground turkey. I got some thawing out in the sink because I get the big old roll of ground turkey, the biggest one that they got. I don't know if it's the biggest one, but it's the most common biggest one that they got in the store. I don't remember how many pounds it is, and I don't want to open the bag because it's a lot of blood leaking out of the ground turkey right now, which is also nutrients. You don't want to let it leak out. You want to let it leak out in the bowl that you're going to cook it in. Leaking out in my sink right now. So if I open that bag, a whole bunch of blood going to go everywhere, and that's the reason why I haven't grabbed it yet. But you also want to get the ground turkey. So I'm going to let y'all come along with me along the process of me cooking some of this stuff. Now, people want to stay away from grains with their dogs. But me, I do light rice or I do light oatmeal. I do one or the other. Either I'm going to do rice or I'm going to do oatmeal. Something else I'm leaving out that I give my dogs. Let me tell you. Raw eggs and a shell. Get them both. You can grind this shell down to fine powder. My girlfriend do majority of the cooking here at our house. The only cooking that I do is for the dogs and sometimes for her and the kids, which is maybe about 10% of the cooking here. But my girlfriend is in with me with, the Frenchies. She know we got Frenchies. She know I need the eggshells for calcium for them. Do not throw your eggshells away. Keep them. It is a company that basically sell freaking eggshells, and they grind them up into fine powder with a coffee grinder or some sort like that, and they sell them online. And Ohio Frenchie Farm said it too. And when he said it on Ohio Frenchie Farm, I was like, listen, man, you're right. They definitely do. I definitely get online and I see companies selling freaking eggshell powder. They sell it. It's a whole business. So do not throw your eggshells away. Keep them. Put your oven on 200. Space them out on a tray. Put them in there for 10 minutes. All you need is 10 minutes, not 15, not 8 minutes. All you need is 10, and it's going to get the eggshells enough crisp for you to be able to, to put them in the blender or some kind of coffee grinder. But before you do that, wash them out. Wash the eggshells out before you put them in put them on a tray. You can put them on a tray wet, y'all. You got to think it's an oven at 200 degrees. It's going to burn the water off and get them crisp still anyways. But if they a little bit wetter, then you might want to push them to maybe 11 or 12 minutes. Maybe even 15 minutes, depending on how wet the eggshells at your point of transporting them from your hand or whatever bowl you're using to the tray. But you want to make sure they dry and they crisp, because you don't want to be trying to grind the eggshells up and then it's moisture inside of the grinder, because the thing is, you're going to have a big old blob right here on the side of the grinder. You know what I'm talking about. You've been blending something before, and then over here it's going to be real fine powder. You get me? And then when you go and contain it and keep it to sprinkle it over food over time, you don't want no mold growing or nothing like that. So you definitely want to make sure that they dry all the way. So when you do get these eggshells, let me get off this subject of these eggshells. I'm spending too much time on it, but I'm trying to make sure y'all know. So when you do get these eggshells, you know, you want to definitely make sure they dry all the way. Put them on a tray, dry them out before you grind them up, all right? Now, let me show y'all all the eggshells my girlfriend had collected for me over time now. She got a whole bunch of them. I got my girlfriend collecting these eggshells. I had an oven on earlier today, but I had so many errands to run, I didn't get a chance to put them in the oven, y'all. So I got her collecting these eggshells for me. If you get a little close, you can see it's a whole bunch of them stacked on up. She been doing a good job with collecting them. As you can see, my family eat a lot of eggs. My kids, they love eggs in the morning. You know, we get eggs to our dogs too, but it's a lot of calcium packed inside of these eggshells. You want to grind them up. Now, if you got working dogs, you definitely want them to have regular heats. And if you want them to have regular heats, there's a few products out there that you can get them. You can get the Be Strong stuff. You can get Shipmate, what I happen to have sitting here on the table. You can get Shipmate, and there's a few other products out there. If it's a products that you know, that you use, leave it in the comments, y'all. The other product I'm finna start testing out. Well, not testing out, we're using on my the dogs that I'm working. It's called Mama something. Let me get my phone. Just give me a second. The other product you can get for your dogs to keep them on regular heating cycles is called Oxy Mama. OXYMAMA or MOMMA is one of the others. All I know, if you go to Amazon.com and look up Oxy Mama, you should be able to find it. And the reason why I use Shipmate more is because it's pretty much just crude protein minimum 12% and crude fat 0.5% and crude fiber 5%. Completely natural, no fillers, no preservatives. See, the thing is with my dogs, I try to go as natural as I can with them. And even with everything that I'm mentioning here right now that I got at the table, you know, the food that I'm mentioning, between like the chicken livers and the sardines, the eggs, the eggshells, the sauerkraut, the green beans, and apple, just to add a little sweetener to it. I add about 2 or 3 apples depending on the batch. It depends on how dry or how moist it is. If it's really moist, if y'all don't know, apples carry a lot of moisture. So it's a lot of different things out there that you can add into your dog's food in order for you to add a little bit of moisture. Definitely if you plan on making a big enough batch to freeze something. You get me? Because between the process of freezing and thawing it out, you lose some moisture anyways because you got to heat it up. You know, it ain't going to thaw out into room temperature, is it? You get what I'm saying? It could over time, but I'm pretty sure that it'll take what? From freezing, how long will thawing out to room temperature take? So most of us people who make some of this food for our dogs, we gonna have to put it in the microwave. And microwave will do what? Make the moisture escape from the food. And if the microwave is gonna make the moisture escape from the food, you wanna put more moisture in it. So add you some bananas, add you some apples, get you some stuff in there. Bananas they packed with protein. Not protein, but bananas are packed with potassium, and they pack with fiber. You want to add some bananas, but do those fresh. You don't want to basically cut those up, and then when you cut them up, you put them in a bowl, and then you got to freeze them. You want to add that after you heat them up. All right? So y'all got some of this stuff. I'm going to show y'all what it looked like after the fact. I'm leaving out one thing. The last batch I made was spinach. You know, and spinach is good, but I would much rather use the green beans. You don't want to go too much fruit and vegetables and not enough meat. You want to do majority meat. It is a scale of how much meat you want to give them. It definitely is a scale of how much meat versus the fruit and vegetables variation. You want to have majority meat. These are animals that you want to give majority of meat to. So that's it, y'all. That's the end of this video. Hopefully I got a lot of good information. And the next time, in the next video, what I'm finna do is about these DNA tests and talking to y'all about that. Y'all better get y'all notes. Get your notes ready, because I'm coming at your head with all this good information about breeding, man. I'm just trying to make sure we gonna be doing it healthy, y'all. If we're gonna breed, let's do it healthy. We can do it together. If y'all got any questions, let me know in the comments. If y'all got any questions, man, message me at Frenchies Of Ig. If y'all want to inquire about any puppies, message me at Frenchies Of Ig. If y'all want to find some studs in the Midwest region, I don't have any, but I can definitely help you. Anything I can do to help you informational wise, let me know at Frenchies of _Ig. That's FRIENCHIESOF _IG. And I'm out.